Today we're going to be talking about what I'd like to see from Apple in 2016. There's going to be two videos about this. The first one's going to be about what I'd like to see from Apple with hardware, and the second one's going to be what I'd like to see from Apple with software. Now I am a little sick right now, so my voice may not sound normal or kind of weird, so just ignore that. This list is in no particular order, so don't pay attention to the order. Let's get started. I would love to see waterproof iPhones from Apple this year. I think it would be a great addition to the iPhone. I'm on a swim team, so I'm constantly around pools, and I work in a water park. So this would just be one less thing to worry about for me. I think it'd be kind of fun to go swimming with your phone. You could take pictures from the water and stuff like that. And I do see a lot of people using life-proof cases, and one of the main reasons people do that is so that they can take their phone in the water. I also think it would be great to see swim workouts on Apple Watch. Like I said, I'm on a swim team and my activity ratings are just nowhere near accurate. I swim multiple hours a day and none of that is being tracked by my Apple Watch because I simply can't wear it when I'm swimming and it wouldn't track it if I did. The Apple Watch is pretty waterproof as is, so I think if the next Apple Watch came out and was fully waterproof and Apple said it was okay to swim with and had swim workout support, that would be an amazing feature. And I would definitely look into getting another Apple Watch, even though I have the first generation Apple Watch. I also think it'd be great to see how many calories I'm burning while swimming, as well as my heart rate throughout my swim workout. Another thing I would like to see from Apple this year is 3D Touch on iPads. The iPhone 6s and 6s Plus have 3D Touch, the Apple Watch has Force Touch, and the Macs have Force Touch with the Force Touch trackpads. The iPads are just kind of missing out here, and I think it'd be great to see 3D Touch on the iPads this year. If you watch my other videos, you may know that I got an iMac back in October, and I really like it. I only wish it had USB-C. USB-C is a great new port, and you can do a lot of things with it. I think it'd be great to have on my iMac for future proofing, as well as to help get more companies making things for USB-C. We're not going to see any cool accessories for USB-C until more computers start using it. Right now it's available on the MacBook and the Google Pixel. We really do need to see it on more computers than that, so I think it'd be great to see Apple add USB-C to the iMacs as well as the Mac Pro. Another thing I'd like to see from Apple in 2016 is blue and red iPhones. The iPod Touch comes in blue and red, and I think they look really great. It'd be awesome to see these colors come over to the iPhone as well, and I'd definitely get either a blue or red, but that'd be a really tough decision on which one to get because I really like the way both of them look. Apple should also start including 2-meter charging cables with the iPhone. The Apple Watch comes with a 2-meter charging cable in the box, and I think it's a great size to have for a charging cable, and it'd just be a really nice addition to the iPhone. Some of you may disagree with me on this, but I would like to see Apple get rid of the headphone jack on the iPhone and iPad this year. I think by doing this we'll see better Bluetooth headphones and earbuds, as well as they will become less expensive. I have a pair of Sony Bluetooth headphones and I think they're great, and I just really love having Bluetooth headphones. It's nice to not have your head literally tied to your phone or iPad. I also love Apple's EarPods, and that brings me to the next thing I'd like to see from Apple in 2016, which is wireless Apple EarPods that come with the phone. I think wireless Apple EarPods would go really well with the push to have more things wireless. Speaking of wireless, I would also like to see wireless charging come to iPhone and iPad this year. The Apple Watch has wireless charging, and I think it's great. All you have to do is place it down on the little charger, and that's it. It's very easy to do in the dark, and I really like it. I think it'd be a great addition to the iPhones and iPads. I also hope to see a backlit Magic Keyboard from Apple this year. Because the keyboard is rechargeable, you don't have to worry about changing the batteries. I think the backlit keyboards look great on MacBooks, so why can't desktops get some of that nice backlit keyboard action? In 2016, I'd also like to see some changes to the iPods. I'd like to see the iPod Shuffle go away altogether, and for the iPod Nano to come down in price. Undeniably, Apple is selling less iPods than they were before, so I think they need to sell the best iPods. The iPod Shuffle simply isn't a very good experience compared to what people are used to in 2016. I think the iPod Nano needs to come down around $100 in price. This way the entry-level Apple product will offer a good user experience. I also don't think it'd be that bad of a thing to start selling less iPod models. I also think 2016 should be the year Apple stops selling 16 gig flagship products. I have a 16 gig iPhone 6 and a 16 gig iPad, and it's simply not enough to hold everything that you want and need on an iPhone. Apple can't expect you to enjoy their huge App Store library as well as their HD movies on iTunes on a 16 gig device. I'd also like to see Apple step up their game on the case build quality. Back in September of 2014, when I got my iPhone 6, I got an Apple silicone case along with it. I used the case for 10 months, and the case slowly over time just fell apart. Like, a piece of the case legitimately just fell off of the case. It did allow my phone to survive many falls, but once the case let my phone shatter, I was pretty much done with the case, and I got a new spec case. A link to that will be down in the description below. I also hope to see a standalone 5K display from Apple this year. Apple's Thunderbolt display hasn't been updated in many years. There's no competition between the Thunderbolt display and Apple's 5K display found on the iMacs. You kinda have to feel bad for Mac Pro and Mac Mini users because they can't get a first-party 5K display like the one found on the iMacs without getting an actual iMac. I also don't think anyone with a 5K iMac would want to do dual displays. You'd have to get a very expensive display to get something that competes with the one on the iMac itself, and it probably won't look as good as the iMac display anyway. In 2016, I'd like to see Apple kill the 5400 RPM hard drive. Right now, Apple will sell you a 21-inch 4K iMac for $1,900 that has a 5400 RPM hard drive in it, which I think is just ridiculous. That hard drive is too slow to sell for really any amount of money in 2016. SSDs are already standard amongst MacBooks, and I think it'd be great to see either Fusion drives or SSDs become standards across all Macs. As I said in the beginning of this video, I am sick today, so I had to take my temperature with the little thing you run across your forehead. And in doing this, I realized how cool would it be if my Apple Watch could take my temperature for me. So in 2016, I would like to see an Apple Watch that takes your temperature. I'd also like to see Apple remove the eject button from keyboards in 2016. My 2015 Magic Keyboard has an eject button on it for my computer, which does not have an optical drive. Apple doesn't sell computers with optical drives anymore, so I think it's time they remove the eject button from the keyboard because we simply don't need it. I'd like it to do something else, I don't know what, but make it do something useful. That'd be great. And lastly, I think this is one that everybody wants, which is longer battery life on the iPhone. The battery life on the iPhone is okay. At 12:30 every day, my phone's at around 40%, and that is when I charge it midway through the day. So I think better battery life would be a great thing to see on an iPhone. And that's what I'd like to see from Apple in 2016 on the hardware side of things. I definitely don't think we're going to get all of them. I'd actually consider myself lucky if we got half of these things. I will be making a what do I want to see from Apple in 2016 on software video very soon. A link and information about that video will be down in the description below. Tell me what you'd like to see from Apple in 2016 down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video.